There are parts of the United States most Americans never think about, yet they use U.S. dollars, follow U.S. law, and don't require a visa to live there. They're rarely on the news, not packed with tourists, and almost never mentioned in retirement plans. But in 2026, more retirees are quietly paying attention. Why? Slower days, smaller communities, ocean air, and a pace of life that feels calmer than the mainland. Stay with me. Some of these forgotten U.S. territories offer a kind of peace most Americans don't even know exists. Puerto Rico doesn't feel foreign when you arrive. It feels familiar. You're still using U.S. dollars, still under U.S. law, and there's no visa, no residency paperwork, no language barrier pressure if you don't speak Spanish yet. Mornings start slower here. Windows open, ocean air moves through the house. People actually greet each other. For many retirees, that pace alone feels like a gift. Healthcare is a big reason retirees look twice. Medicare and Medicaid are accepted, and the island has solid hospitals, especially around San Juan, Bayamon, and Ponce. Many retirees settle near these areas for peace of mind. Now the numbers. In 2026, one-bedroom rents usually fall between $900 and $1,400. Two-bedroom rentals often land around $1,300 to $2,200, depending on location. Modest single-family homes can still be found in the $150,000 to $300,000 range outside luxury coastal zones. Property taxes are low, often under $1,200 per year. Life here feels warm and social. Food is rich, music drifts from somewhere nearby, and the beach is never far. But honesty matters. Crime varies by neighborhood, so choosing the right area is critical. Property crime exists. Electricity costs are higher, outages happen, and hurricane season is part of life. Puerto Rico offers freedom, beauty, and belonging, if you choose carefully. Imagine waking up to turquoise water, palm trees moving slowly in the breeze, and the sound of waves instead of traffic. That's everyday life in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And yes, this is still the United States. No visa, no foreign currency, just island living with American familiarity. One thing retirees appreciate right away is simplicity. You use U.S. dollars, your Social Security works normally, and Medicare is accepted at local hospitals and clinics, especially on St. Thomas and St. Croix. For more complex care, some retirees plan occasional trips to the mainland. Let's talk real numbers. In 2026, one-bedroom rents often range from $1,200 to $1,800, while two-bedroom homes usually fall between $1,800 and $2,800, depending on island and proximity to the water. Buying is possible, but limited. Modest condos and older homes can still be found starting around $250,000 to $400,000, though inventory is tight. Property taxes are relatively low compared to many U.S. states. Daily life feels peaceful and outdoorsy. Snorkeling, walking beaches, small social circles, and strong local communities are part of the rhythm. Crime exists but is lower in quieter residential areas, especially away from tourist nightlife zones. Now, the honest part. Cost of living is higher than the mainland. Groceries are expensive, and hurricanes are a real risk. Utilities and insurance can surprise newcomers. The Virgin Islands offer beauty and calm, but only for those ready for true island reality. Guam feels different the moment you picture it. This is the Pacific, not the Caribbean. Lush hills, quiet beaches, and a slower rhythm that feels almost untouched. Yet it's still the United States. U.S. dollars, U.S. law, U.S. mail. No visa, no residency hoops. Many retirees who love Guam talk about the calm first. Traffic is light compared to big U.S. cities. Neighborhoods feel close-knit, and the ocean is never far. There's also a strong sense of safety in many residential areas. Violent crime rates are lower than many U.S. metro areas, especially outside nightlife zones, and communities tend to look out for each other. Healthcare is solid by island standards. Guam Memorial Hospital and private clinics handle routine and emergency care, and Medicare is accepted. Some retirees plan mainland trips for advanced procedures, but day-to-day care is reliable. Now the numbers. In 2026, one-bedroom rents typically range from $1,100 to $1,700, and two-bedroom rentals often sit between $1,600 and $2,400. Modest homes usually start around $250,000 to $400,000, and property taxes are low, often well under $1,000 per year. But here's the truth many overlook. Guam is far from the mainland. Flights are long and costly, groceries are expensive, and humidity is intense year-round. Typhoons happen, and island life can feel isolating. Guam is peaceful and beautiful, but it's not for everyone. If Guam feels calm, the Northern Mariana Islands feel almost silent. This is one of the most peaceful corners of the United States, where life moves slowly, neighbors know each other, and nature sets the pace. For some retirees, that quiet feels like freedom. You're still under U.S. law, you still use U.S. dollars, and you don't need a visa to live here. That alone removes a lot of stress for retirees who want simplicity. The main island, Saipan, offers the most practical living, with small hospitals, clinics, grocery stores, and basic services. Medicare is accepted, though options are limited compared to the mainland. Let's talk numbers. In 2026, one-bedroom rentals typically range from $800 to $1,300, and two-bedroom homes often rent between $1,200 and $2,000. Property taxes are low, often well under $1,000 per year. Daily life is simple. Beaches are uncrowded, roads are calm. Crime is relatively low, especially violent crime, and communities tend to feel safe and familiar. Now the honest part. Healthcare is limited. Advanced care usually requires flying to Guam or the mainland. Shopping choices are small. Flights are infrequent and expensive. Typhoons happen, and isolation can feel heavy over time. This place is stunningly peaceful, but only for those who truly want quiet. American Samoa feels like stepping into a slower century. Green mountains drop straight into the ocean. Villages are quiet. The air feels clean and unhurried. For retirees who crave peace and tradition, this place can feel deeply grounding. Life here is shaped by strong community values. Crime is very low compared to most U.S. locations, especially violent crime. Many villages function like extended families, and elders are respected. That sense of safety and belonging is something retirees often say they feel immediately. You still use U.S. dollars, and U.S. federal programs apply in limited form. Daily expenses are modest by island standards. In 2026, one-bedroom rentals generally range from $700 to $1,100, and two-bedroom homes often rent between $1,000 and $1,600. Home ownership is rare for outsiders, but long-term leases are possible. Property taxes are minimal. Nature is the main luxury here. Coral reefs, rainforests, waterfalls, and empty beaches are part of everyday life. Traffic is light. Noise is rare. Stress levels drop quickly. Now, the reality check. Healthcare is extremely limited. There is one main hospital, and serious medical care usually requires evacuation to Hawaii. Flights are long, costly, and infrequent. Daily internet speeds are slower. Shopping options are basic, and cultural rules around land ownership can feel restrictive. American Samoa offers unmatched calm and safety, but only for retirees prepared for isolation and limited medical access. Before any move to a U.S. territory, it's important to pause and look beyond the scenery. Island living brings freedom, but it also comes with responsibilities that retirees must plan for. First, Medicare and healthcare. Medicare generally works in U.S. territories, but specialists and advanced care are limited. Many retirees plan ahead for medical travel to the mainland or nearby islands. Emergency evacuation coverage is not optional here, it's essential. Next, flights and distance. These places are beautiful because they're remote. That also means flights are longer, less frequent, and more expensive. Visiting family or getting urgent care can take real planning. Then there's weather and insurance. Hurricanes and typhoons are a reality in most territories. Insurance costs are higher, and some areas require flood or wind coverage. Preparation matters. Taxes vary by territory. Some offer favorable tax structures, but rules are specific and not automatic. Professional guidance is important before making assumptions. Finally, consider daily life. Groceries cost more. Deliveries take longer. Infrastructure can be fragile. Territories can offer peace and simplicity, but only if you plan carefully and move with clear eyes. These places aren't for everyone. They're quiet, remote, slower than most people are used to. But for some retirees, that's exactly the point. Fewer crowds, less noise, more nature, more time to breathe. A forgotten U.S. territory isn't about escaping life, it's about choosing a different rhythm, one where peace matters more than convenience. If one of these places stayed with you, don't rush. Visit first, talk to locals, check healthcare access and costs carefully. Let reality guide the decision, not just the scenery. If this kind of thoughtful retirement planning speaks to you, subscribe for more honest insights. Quiet living isn't flashy, but for the right person, it can be everything.